Draw is a win for Ghana. You know why? Because
The man's now weighing.
no, because
The
listen,
man's now weighing. A draw is not a win, please. A draw is a draw.
because then
It's
we have.
either. Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode on Cultural Trends. And today we have a very special guest appearance on the show. So he's the CEO of PRIMAC. He's in the person of.
Ellie. My name is Ellie. You can call me Charles. Ellie, I prefer to be called.
Okay, so today he's doing the trends with us. And Charlie, just do. And normal hustle, some hustle on social media.
Exactly.
There are so many things happening, and we are just going to give you a few of what we've been able to gather. So let's dive right into our stories. Hey, Google de beba. So there's a story trending on social media of an elderly driver who used a pedestrian walkway because that was the route Google gave him. And I don't blame him because this man is a grown-ass man. But your papa penny mupa, so I don't really blame him. But Charlie, who call baby na say who say obi and do with here? Why would you go? But then anyway.
Yeah, Google. Yeah. This is my first time hearing of this. In Ghana here, I think some years back I heard that Google Map it's really working. I think on my flight back here I saw some places in the Google Map on the flight, and I'm really surprised. Like, or even when there something like that really happened, I think it's supposed to direct us to where we've been going,
Yeah.
and then help us to get to our destination. But then, like the saying goes, that follow who knows road, right? So
Yeah.
he actually did follow who actually knows
Knows
the
the
road,
road.
and
Yeah,
then
that's
so
true.
I don't know who we're supposed to blame. I don't know if we're supposed to blame our road system over here, or there should be an update on the Google Map itself.
Okay.
So I don't know, right?
So you are not based here in the country. You are
Right,
outside the country.
right,
With our system here,
right,
we have, it's been recent. I think it's just recently we started doing demarcations and then
right,
giving numbers and codes to our houses and our streets.
right,
So I wouldn't really blame our drivers that much because sometimes Uber boats, you call them and tell them follow the map.
right,
They be like, Charlie, baby, a map, they mean no. So you are outside, you're in the
right, right,
sorry, you're in the diaspora. So
right.
tell us a bit about how things go on there just before we dive into our next story.
So before I talk a little bit about where from the US point, I think I've had Uber before, and I think the map actually directed the driver where I'm supposed to go, and then he kept moving. He knew the direction, and then he kept turning
Moving
back
in
and forth.
circles.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, he actually wanted more of the money because that's actually how they get their money. The more the distance is, the more the money is, and then over there, I mean, before the driver gets to you, they know where they are going.
Okay.
One of the rules when it comes to Uber is the driver is not supposed to make phone calls. He's not supposed to listen to music unless asked by the passenger.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know over here.
Anything goes. That will
the
be
driver,
happy.
the driver usually tells you like, all right, meet me do Uber now. And I
Yeah,
maybe I
call
make
off trip and
yeah call off ship and maybe I make
Eba
one that
saying
be about
the
saying
price
something
never
like
saying
that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy. I actually used Google Map. I think this is my first time. It actually directed me to where I was
Going.
actually
Oh, okay.
going. That was like some few hours ago, to a nearby hotel. The person sent this location, and then when we had it on Google Map, it actually took us over there. I've not used Google Map over here before. I'm
Okay.
not saying that it doesn't work, but then something like that, I'm thinking like it's not really updated over here, and I don't blame the person too. Maybe it's network. Sometimes the network goes overboard, and then
Oh, Charlie,
yeah,
Mama Kukrani dream why. He was directed by Google. He followed the instructions, and that was where it took him to. So
yeah,
please
yeah,
allow him to be. But I think that going forward, we can do a lot about some
but
of these things, naming our streets, giving demarcations, the code numbers, and all of those things.
but who do
We
we
really
have to
have a
blame?
lot to
Who do we
do.
have to blame? The person using the map or the map itself? Did he
Honestly,
actually follow the
yeah,
direction?
yeah. He followed the directions and it
Because
led him to a pedestrian walkway.
like when we're going to the hotel, my friend Eddie said that we're supposed to go straight, and I said no, we're supposed to go right. And then when we moved right, it was actually the right path we were following. So
Okay.
sometimes the map actually, there's a little bit of distraction in the map sometimes. So sometimes you need to actually turn the voice direction also on, so it's actually direct you when you're confused, like move right, move left. So I don't know who we're supposed to be on, but I don't want us to blame the system here too
Google
much.
is not a Ghanaian.
Oh.
We own the country. So please follow who no road when you are going to your
Yeah,
directions. But
see,
anyway,
yes, you'll be stuff also you are quiet. You
yeah,
come up in the
so
crowd, I'll call out who will be an catch and say,
Wobusano,
Pacho,
yes,
map in the same
definitely.
question now. Oh, yes, you'll say, see,
Definitely,
exactly right.
definitely. That's true.
Right.
Okay, so diving into our next story.
Hmm.
We've lost one of Ghana's greatest gifts that God could have ever given to us. Apostle Safo Kojo Kantanka has passed
Right.
away.
Right. Right.
And there's been some back and forth on social media
Hmm.
on succession issues.
Right.
And we've heard of members of his church
Right.
taking the succession issues to court.
Right.
And also, we've heard of some grueling stories about his daughter who was allegedly shot
Right.
going to see her brother.
Hmm.
So we're going to dive a bit into that story. We are talking a bit about the succession issues for the Christasa formation.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
So
Catholic Church, right?
yeah.
Right.
And I was saying that the Catholic Church already has laws put in place. I'm not
Right.
saying these people don't have laws put in place.
Right.
But you see, with one man churches,
Right.
it's actually difficult to determine some of these things.
So let me cut you off over there. So when it comes to Catholic churches, they already have the constitution that governs them, right?
Yeah.
But then they have so it's a Catholic church. It's broad, but then we have communities, right?
Yeah.
Like say the Ghanaian community have the church presidents who probably serve for like 2 months, 2 years, 3 years, and something like that. So that's what I'm saying. So if the church constitution says that or tells that he's not ready or he's not, I mean, he has to. It's not just him. There should be voting. You know what I'm saying? But right. I don't know how it's supposed to be, but then when it, like you said, when it's one man church, I don't think it's also a chieftaincy thing or a traditional thing that you have to say like, all right, miniwa, me bane no be dia de, atasa. I mean, if the church is owned by him, yeah, but then say sikasemni the minyamanyamane, if it has to go to him, then that's fine. But then I don't think he has to. He's a learned person. He has to actually.
Okay, I can't really say much about it because I don't really know much about it. But from we both don't know, from what we've picked up from social media, he is supposed to be sworn in.
Sworn in.
Yeah, he's supposed to be sworn in. And then you see his dad was the leader.
Yeah.
So he held that position until he died.
Right.
So I believe that if he is to take that position,
right,
then it means that he's also going to take that position till also like he also dies. So I think that is maybe where the friction is coming from. Well, we don't really know much about it. We would have to really, really go into it to be able to give you more updates about it. But this is our opinion on how things should go. So for now, because the court has placed an injunction on it, we are going to follow up and then we are going to bring you more about that story.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next thing about his sister being attacked on her way to his house. So from what I listened to just this morning, she went there and she was refused entry into the house.
Who? The sister?
Yeah, she went to the house
to
and
the
she
family
was
house.
No, to her brother's house.
To the brother's
the
house.
The very same brother who was supposed to
That's
be made.
his brother's house, not the family house.
No,
right?
not the family house, the brother's house.
Okay.
And apparently they were having a meeting or a discussion between the church faction and then the brother.
Right.
So she was supposed to be there because she is still a child of the man. Whether there's been friction, we don't know if there's been friction though, but then it looks like it, because I don't see why she would go to her brother's house when they're having a discussion.
Unannounced?
Then she wouldn't. Did she go unannounced? Well, I don't think she went unannounced. I'm sure definitely she would have told them she would be coming, because if they didn't know she would be coming, why would they lock the gates and prevent her from coming there? And why would there be armed men stationed outside to prevent her from coming.
And then she forced herself in there.
So apparently she rammed her car into the gate, and that was where fire was opened on her.
What would you do if someone, I mean, your brother gets into your place?
Well, it depends on the kind of relationship I have with my brother.
And what would you do if it's bad?
If I have a bad relationship with my brother,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
you're
won't-
sure they're obeying access to me.
Yeah, I mean, so he's gonna force his way inside.
I force a way into my house, a brother or not, mama watching, because that's breaking and entering.
I mean, that's yeah. And then so the securities did their job, right? What do you think?
Was that not too extreme?
I mean, if someone that is a threat to my life is forcing himself into my house and I have securities, I mean, all this have been said. You're not supposed to come in there, and so securities have their job. If the guns are registered, if the security organization is registered, they did their job. I mean,
Okay.
say another nearby country. I mean, they force themselves inside. Don't come here, and then you force yourself inside. What would our military system do? What would our security system do?
Okay, that's one point of view.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't think that she went there unannounced, first of all. From what I am seeing on social media, me sure do call her unannounced, first of all.
Yeah.
And se me nyapa aba me feel unannounced. Na mo hwa. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to at least be civil enough to listen to why me nyana ho. Instead of just deciding there, I'm gonna meet her with violence. Because right now she's in a critical condition. If anything happens to her, because those people were there in her brother's name, I believe that it's gonna be a whole ball game altogether.
I have personal experience and ideas when it comes to even people that we relate to. You know, I always say our enemies are the ones closer to us. Those that hate us are people far away. You know, someone that hates you probably doesn't even know your name. You know, I just hate you because you are this and that. You see yourself to be like all that, so I hate you, right? When they come closer to you, that's when they like you. But the people that are enemies are the people that are close to us. And then if I find my brother or my sister or anybody that is closer to me as a threat or as an enemy, I cut them out. And all my friends know. I let you know what you did and I set boundaries. If you cross the boundary, it's not gonna look good. And then I'm not saying that if I'm gonna open guns on the person, the system around me, and they feel like, all right, don't eat this food. This is coming from your brother. I'm not gonna eat.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Forcing yourself. All right, I'm coming to my brother's house with food. He has to eat forcefully, and then your security says, do not eat.
I'm not imposing or they're forcing them indeed. That's a red
Exactly.
flag.
So you're forcing. It's the same thing. You're forcing yourself in my territory. You know, and then I have to do something to you.
Let's look at the bigger picture here.
Right.
She was going there not to see her brother.
All right, let's meet in the public space. Not to see the brother too.
No, she was not going there to see the brother. She was going there because of succession issues.
In your brother's house?
Yes, that is where they had.
She should have known better.
You see, this is where things become very interesting. The brother is actually gathering people to make sure that they plead his case for him to, let's say that yeko na say or de yeko court na yeko court na court kade okay sisi ahwana na papa nke de won fani ndaza. He's calling a meeting like that.
Right.
Allegedly, he's calling a meeting like that.
Right.
Inti ame me hu dem no. I need to be part of my father's legacy because I was there when everything was being built up and was being brought up.
Right.
So Mary Bafiho, come if you think that you don't want me in your space.
Right.
In front of that particular space in front of your house, no. Honestly, on your space.
See, I'm not on anybody's side, right? I'm not on anybody's side.
Okay.
But when it comes to stuff like that, it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, it's really dangerous. There's a whole lot of stuff that get into.
And you know, as
these days.
Ghanaians, when it comes to inheritance issues, sometimes it can be very bloody.
Personally, I am not someone that I don't see. There are times that people tell me when it's yours, claim it. But I'm not someone. I'm someone that will not force myself for an inheritance that I did not build.
Okay.
You know, it's not mine. You know, you came from a poor family. You came from a poor family doesn't mean that the their poverty, you're going to inherit their poverty
No.
too. No, you have to build your own thing. So I'm not someone that is, but then people, people have
Their
their way of
opinions.
their
Okay.
way of thinking. So
So guys, I believe that this is something that we can all learn from, and we would bring you more on the story as time progresses.
great.
But I want you to also put your opinions down in the comment section. Do you think that it was too much? It was too extreme for them to have done that, to the point where she is now, undergoing treatment? Or
Exactly.
you think that they could have decided to sit down and talk about it and settle things amicably? So tell us what you think down in the comment
Another
section.
thing too, let me say this, sometimes you need to protect your family from family. You know, um, it doesn't matter if it's your dad, your mom. There are family members that their main focus is to destroy your family.
Okay.
You are building. See, when we come, there's the way us Africans think when it comes to our tradition and culture. Sometimes it needs to change. I mean, with the world is being updated, and then when it comes to
Yeah.
certain things, we need to like say your mom is responsible for your upbringing, but you're not responsible for their. I mean, whatever you do, you're doing it for
For yourself.
blessings. For
Okay.
blessings. There's sometimes that I also say if I'm doing anything for my grandma, I'm not doing it because I have to do it for her. I'm doing it because I need God to bless me. And then I'm paying her back for the things that she did for me. That is my mindset. But then for her, she doesn't even act like I'm entitled
To
to.
it. Okay.
She always say, when you have it, give it to me. Don't force yourself. When I tell her I am tired, she keeps asking me, what what which which of the loads am I supposed to help you with?
Okay.
So I mean,
All right.
there's times that we need to also change our
So
mindset.
before we dive into the world of football and
Yeah,
news regarding the World Cup, just a quick one. It's been raining nonstop for about 2 days straight. I
yeah,
don't know when you came down,
yeah.
but I just want you to briefly tell us about your experiences since you touched down regarding the rain. It's been flooding in
Uh,
particular areas. So just give us a little bit of your experiences since you touched down concerning the rain and all of that.
Yesterday, I was telling a friend that me pay I come Ghana no, it rained 2 days non-stop. It's been crazy. Like, um, there are times that we also get tired and then we turn on our TVs on and put on rain sounds, and it feels good when you are sleeping with a rain sound.
Okay.
It's therapy. But it's because our drainage systems over here, so it's not really good looking. We don't have to. I don't want us to blame the government. Like, see, we can do better. We don't have to blame the government. I know there are sometimes there are buildings that are sitting there, and then I think there's ECMA and there's SIMA. Is it SIMA? Or is it
Yeah.
still SIMA? Right? They will come and tell us like, what about culture in there? Uh, Stop building, right? What could be there, right? And then
Charlie.
people
The
be like,
issue,
Mata
the issue
assassin.
where it be raised is the honestly, I really don't want us to go there
Mata
because
assassin.
these are the very same people who catch that stop work.
Exactly.
They are the same people going to give you the
Right,
permits to
right,
come
right,
and work.
right, right.
So I think that this is a bigger problem.
Right.
But like I always say, the little things you can do actually go a long way to help. It's been flooding in areas because
Oh,
let's call it spade a spade. Our sanitation issues are nothing to write home about. So I would say that we can start from there, and then we
right.
can tackle the permit issues later. I want the water. I won't see what waterways. When it starts raining and then it starts bothering us, we'll all be in it and then we'll all suffer
Oh my.
together. Yeah.
What's it? The best time to buy a land is during the rainy
Rainy
season. And
season,
I'm like, oh
definitely.
my god. Like, anyway,
Charlie,
let's
Ghana we
let's
deal.
let's let's be safe out there. When it's raining and then you feel like you don't have anything to do out there, do not go out. Don't go out. Don't go out.
When it's
Yeah.
raining and you don't have anything to do,
Don't
don't
go
go
out.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's quickly go into the world of football and then wrap things
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we all know that it's World Cup season. And gladly and joyously enough, some
Mhm.
African countries qualified to go and represent the entire continent of Africa in the World Cup. So let's talk a bit about the performances of some of these African countries. Let's look at, so far I think we've all been able to see our opening matches. Some have played more than one game. And so let's just look at their performances a bit before we wrap up.
All the African teams.
Oh, your take.
So with this World Cup, how many teams are there? 64 or more than 64?
48 countries went in there.
But I'll say this, right? I'll say this, that I might be wrong, but see, like, Africans are doing good when it comes to soccer.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't care about which nation they are representing, but the African talents right now is like it's really up there. You know, when they are committed to play for their respective countries, they do better. So I'm not surprised. Like myself, I'm not surprised. Like the French, the national team, for instance, you know, it's just two players that are like
literally
really
carrying the team on their back.
No, like actually from France.
Okay.
Like, you know, they are they're all from Africa. So I'm not really surprised. The only surprise African team out there was Ghana. They at the end of the day, we did good. We secured a 3 point, but then when it comes to team playing and all that, I wasn't impressed. But then one goal project also gets us something.
Guys, please, so this is his opinion. It has nothing to do with me. I am a Ghanaian through and through, and our boys have done so well so far.
I want them to do
but
good.
you know what? Let's
them,
call a spade a spade.
Right.
If we are looking at some of the performances by some African countries in the World Cup, and we are looking at our performance as Ghanaians, we can't be on par.
Right?
Yeah,
so
we can't be on par with them. Look at what Morocco is doing. Look at what Cape Verde is doing. Look at what DR Congo is doing. They are holding their own,
right?
And it's really been amazing seeing African teams, you know, put themselves out there, looking at the talents, looking at everything that they are doing. They're doing there, their teamwork, you know, their zeal, everything is on point. So if we are comparing some of these performances to some of the other African countries, Charlie, you're the best here.
Go
but anyway, we have our next match coming up this week, and we are hoping.
Which one?
Against.
As we recorded this, we're supposed to play England. I don't know when this.
Yeah.
But
so
see, the easiest game Ghana will have is against England.
You think so?
Oh.
Why do you say that though?
Because, you know, we play in the same, most of the players play in the same league with them. With the English national team, they all play, most of them, like say 80% play in the EPL.
Okay.
And then with Ghanaians, the Ghana national team too, most of the players play in the EPL. You know, when it comes to physicalities, we are there with them. I'm expecting Partey.
You know that playing against and sometimes with them, they're two different things.
But you know them. I mean, you when you live with your enemy, you know the plans of the enemy, right?
Is it all the time?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's not some people feel like bring your enemies closer, then you get to know their plans.
But do you think we've done that? Ghana has been able to do that.
We actually play the same style of soccer with them. The same style of football with them. It's the play and follow style. In chasing ball.
Okay.
And that's the same thing the England national team play. Right now, they are trying to play the tiki-taka style, but then our team is new. But this will actually be, this will actually be the easiest.
I may beg to differ, but like I always say, Ghana pulls up some surprises when it comes to playing against certain teams. So let's see how this particular match is going to turn out. And I think that they can do their best. They have 3 points so far.
Yeah, 3 points is a lot.
Yeah, so I think that either they can get 1 point, you know, just do something. A draw, yeah, either a draw. But you know, losing this match is not in the cards for us at all. We really need to maintain.
No. Don't put too much pressure on the players.
Oh no. This is not pressure.
A draw is a win for Ghana.
A draw is a win for Ghana.
You know why? Because
the Mars now weighing.
no, because
The
listen,
Mars now weighing. A draw is not a win, please. A draw is a draw.
because then we
it's
have
either
4
you are.
points. Then we have 4 points.
I understand, but you are playing to win. That is
All
what
right,
we are
okay.
expecting
Okay,
from
a
them.
draw is not a win for Ghana. A draw is a lose for the English.
A draw
English
is a lose for both teams.
no.
A draw for
Someone
England,
benefits.
a draw for Ghana.
Someone benefits.
It's true that they are going to
Exactly,
benefit,
so-
but I feel like if we are playing to win. If a draw, we get a draw.
But a
that's
draw is a
fine.
win.
But that's not. That's
draw
not
is a win.
The end point of the game.
Would you want to go with 0 points or 1 point?
Guys, it's been amazing having our CEO here with us today, and
Brain behind it, not CEO. Me cash it out yet.
Ghanaians like doing that too. But anyway, that's just by the way. It's been amazing having a chat with him.
Thank you.
And having him here on the show. And this has been Cultural Trends. We'll catch you same time in another episode. And please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. We are out.